Hi guys, Doom here, and I'm here to show you what 1 year of Valheim in-game looks like right now. So, we started off with the meadows, obviously, as does everyone, and our base was there, and we eventually decided we were going to come live in the plains, and led to some ridiculously silly base design with room to expand, and I'm starting to think the plains is the ideal place to have your base at in the game, honestly. So first off, we got this big old stone wall out on the water side. And this is where we keep all of our windmills. Now, because since I'm a big fan of parkour and jumping around in Valheim, a lot of stuff is designed in ridiculous ways. The main building was designed by Alv in my Discord, my group. He makes things that look cosmetically appealing. I make things that are ridiculous, yet functional. So this is a ground wall and a stone wall at where we can bring the boat in. So when we want to bring the boat in for like a longer unloading, we just tear down this wall, drive the boat in, leave it in here, tear it down and rebuild it as needed. So I guess I'll start with the outside and the perimeter. So there was a bit of a Deathsquito problem. I have chickens because the sealed tower in the plains, one of the mini boss dungeons, has eggs in it. You can get eggs early before you get to before you beat the plains boss. So I have chickens and hens, and I have this very large, it was like a double high, like the wood walls, and then I just had so much extra core wood stashed up that I said, screw it, I'm just gonna build a core wood wall. Used to be a tar pit here. Tar pit's been removed, and a trench has been dug. This was kind of the main area. This goes on like a trench for quite a bit. Big old barley farm. This was actually used to breed the original chickens, but due to the way item stacking works, when you throw down a large quantity of items, sometimes they'll all merge their stacks into a big stack. So I tried to have 9 chicken coops here, but that didn't quite work. So I need to tear down most of these, maybe leave one of them or something like that, but I like to jump around them sometimes. Right now, I've just been popping the barley. The chickens will eat the barley, so they'll just eat this little bit that I rip out of the ground. Probably need to work on farming that, but... So this is where all the farming and agriculture animals are. So typically the locks are either over here, falling in this trench, second barley area with a slightly less high wall. This was the original lock's pen, so there was a perimeter fence built to keep the foolings and stuff from the Black Forest out, because we're next to a Black Forest, and we've explored a bit of our map. Let me remove all these icons real quick here. We have been to quite a few places, and died at quite a few places, and done all the mini-boss dungeons. So maybe they'll eat barley, maybe they won't. This is all fenced in and whatnot, too. With a lot of workbenches to deny enemy spots. So the only real way in the base is through a couple of those gates on that side, and there's not really good AI pathing for them to get to the center by ground. This locks needs to not be here, but I'm not really sure how he got over here. I think I destroyed this earlier. This little hoopty bridge thing was used to just move a cart over a couple of times, and then I just memed on it by adding much stuff. So back to covering the outside. I've got lots of little parkour areas that I like to use to jump around. I've got shortcuts back into my base in, various directions and whatnot. I don't know what happened to this one, but underneath the base we have a couple of blast furnaces for our black metal, and then we have our old school forging area right here. We do all our coal and old school forging. Things like silver, which we have a ton of silver left over. For some reason I gathered too much silver. First coming to the base, this is the anti-chicken door. When the chickens get overpopulated, they like to run inside the house. A couple of black metal chests for barley. Still trying to work on filling those up. But we keep our metal chests over here for all of our forge work. This is essentially the crafting room, so flax and workbench stuff, so make all our arrows and equipment here. Cartography table to, share the map between each other. First come up in. See, this is my space. I'm the group's farmer, I'm the group's cook, and I like to do a lot of fishing, so I'm in charge of the Department of Agriculture. This is my kitchen. I built this kitchen. Alf built the whole building. I built all the storage chests and the kitchen layout. I got 5 ovens, 4 iron hooks. I got my food prep table down here. I keep all my farming stuff in this little personal chest, and then I've got a meal prep chest full of honey glazed chicken because doing that good because I managed to find marble from the Mistlands to get the food up. So we got lots of good food options here. This is be a playthrough with 4 people. So it's me, Lynx, Milrich, and Alf are the ones playing this. At the old base, I do the farming for the onions, turnips, and carrots. I could probably move that over here. I probably will. I can farm it in the Black Forest. I'll probably move it over there with the Olga Lock stuff. All the brewing goes on in here. That's where we keep all our feasts. So feasts are like things that you can grab off. Instead of eating food out of your inventory to get that food buff for your health in Valheim, you can just straight up eat a feast off the table. It's awesome. An access stairway from the forge. Let's see, what do we got here? Now, all this organization, you can color your signs in Valheim. It's actually pretty easy if you don't know about it. Should find one that's black so I can try and color it. Like fishings. For example, you type in left bracket, color, equal. You can type in red, white, black, green, yellow, or you can use hex codes, but the easiest way to do it for sign visibility is color white. And as soon as you type that right bracket, the field will just go blank, and then you can type in whatever you want, and now the sign is white. So this is the non-food storage. This is has a little bit room for expansion. These are trophy boxes, just because trophies became so ridiculous. This is for trophies and kind of like a miscellaneous. So like when something doesn't have a location, like all the bog witch stuff we put in the swamp box because there's just too many. So somebody who doesn't know where something goes, I think I'm throwing these boxes for now. Come into the bedroom, which has a 16 out of 17 comfort, and it's really dark, so let me sleep in my bed full of onions real quick. See, I'm a little bit worried about my onions. See, there was a big onion shortage when Lynx planted all onion seed plants instead of onions. So now I have to have, I just have to have onions around me at all times, just in case. Just in case the onions disappear. So this has room to expand and room to go up as well. So on top of the roof here, which this can still be expanded up for sure. We got all our beehives. I got my secret garbage location where I throw all the things that I don't want anybody to find because nobody likes to go on the roof with me. Lots of little parkour areas and shortcuts. So I've been breeding chickens inside of this little hut here, behind our storage, in addition to the ones that are out in the barley. I haven't fed these guys yet, so... there's also some chickens that have gone loose, so there's one in the water there. I know there's some more. There's one. Yeah, you can kind of see them underneath the windmill. Speaking of windmills, I got my meme windmill. Somebody was streaming this game. Somebody was like, you should build a windmill up there. So I did. And I'm parkour my way up. It's a master jumper of Valheim. Oh, windmill bad, windmill dangerous. Almost dead. Let me get my barley flour from up here. And so the way down is you really don't want to slide down. You want to just jump off. Jumping off is the safest way off of the roof. So now here are my more parkour pegs to, like, get back up in case I need to jump. I don't have a lot of stamina. I've hardly ever seen enemies here. Our raids don't even get close to us anymore. So this is my whole year-long Valheim base here. This is a co-op base. We're playing on hard mode. So we're playing on hard combat with lower death penalties and +1 to raids. I think you can see it here. Combat very hard, death penalty very easy, raid rate more. So those are the world modifiers. You can see that on the left. And it's been like that. Pretty much, I changed the death penalty down to 1% skill loss because we were dying so very much that we were not having fun. We liked the combat, but we didn't like the whole fact that every time we died, I would lose a whole skill in cooking or a whole skill in crafting. It made those skills almost impossible to level. Losing like things like dying and losing things like fishing skill when it's tough to even. I'm like, I'm working on the fishing hat. You lose like a whole point of fishing from a death, it's impossible to catch some of the higher end fish because you can never get fishing skill towards 100. I've got skill lost turned off, and I basically only have 17 fishing. So I'm working on a fishing hat. That's where I keep all the fish I've caught. You need 7 of every fish in the game, and I only need 3 more types of fish: anglerfish, magmafish, and northern salmon. So this is the original base. This used to be like the dump chest area. All of our old gear is up here. Not that anybody's gonna really pick through and use this, I think, but all of our portals are here. These were our old beds. Some of people's old gear. You know, this is my old gear chest. Most of the people have taken their stuff away. We had our old dock out here. This used to be our old forge area. We've since then have liquidated some of it for resources. The original house was actually built right here. The original house was built by me, was built on top of these rocks. And then this area was expanded for forging by placing stone. And I had this whole wall, and then eventually Elv came by and built this better looking house. So over here was like all of our storage, or stone and wood, and all our storage was right here. All the cooking was right here in the cooking corner. And forging was done right here by this little stool. So we still do our tree farming out here. I probably could see about doing that somewhere else. I don't know if beech seeds grow in the Black Forest. I'd have to find out. This is where we did the bulk of the farming at. This is where I got all my farming skill at. Had boars in here, and they used to be in a pit, I think, right about here, underneath the stairway, until the horrible Draugr raid killed all of the 2-star boars. Now we only have 1-star boars. This massive farm was for, like, turbo growing onions, carrots, and turnips. And this is where I originally bred the chickens. Then I realized they need to be zoned in. They need to be zoned into the world to actually to grow. So this is a year of Valheim, pretty much condensed. We're pretty close. I think it's like day 340 something. I lost track. It's pretty close. It's pretty close, and we've been on this playthrough for hundreds of hours. So I'll probably return to the land of well, I'm not sure what. Like obviously I'm still waiting on Helldivers updates. I'll still play any Forever Winter updates. I've been looking at some other extraction shooters lately, just out of curiosity. I've been looking at Incursion, Red River, and Gray Zone Warfare, both very niche extraction shooters on Steam. Gray Zone has very mixed reviews. Incursion is more positive reviews, but only co-op. It's been a jam. I will return to other games once I beat Valheim. I am streaming Valheim pretty much every day. So, you can check out the live section of my channel, or it might even be suggested to you. I have been streaming my gameplay, which is a mixture of solo and co-op gameplay. Every day I work on this playthrough, and I haven't been playing anything else, so it's been a jam. It is my form of a digital vacation. I'm taking a little break from, trying to do bulk daily videos so that I can play something that I've always wanted to play and beat. And when I beat the Ashlands in Valheim, I will probably fully shelve the game until the Deep North comes out and get back to other games, because I just really want to see the end of this game, and I really want to struggle through it, and it's probably still going to take me quite a bit to get through it, so may or may not post some other stuff in between then. I mean, obviously you'll see it if it comes out. But for now, long Valheim playthrough. This is my base, and this is our crazy world. Our main base is over here. Our plains base is over here. A little mix of biomes. We've dipped into the Mistlands to get just enough resources for cooking related stuff. So until next time, guys, you know, stay safe. Keep your onions safe. Don't let anyone ever take your onions away from you or tell you what to do with your onions. Just remember that. Very, very important. I can't sleep at this time. Well, that's it for now. Peace out, guys.